Hello and welcome back to the Jace and Gamer podcast. And welcome back to my channel. And today we have episode number 2. We have lots of stuff. We have NHL news, Penguins pregame, NHL power rankings, and NHL predictions. So let's just hurry up and get this started because we have a lot of stuff to get done. Starting off with the Edmonton Oilers. Leon Draisaitl has decided to temporarily leave the team for family reasons, as there is a family illness and he will be in Germany for probably like a week. So it's going to be a tough break for the Oilers, as they're going to have to play without their second best player for probably a week. We'll see what they do, as I believe they play today. So we'll see what happens. Next up, the Calgary Flames. Rasmus Andersson may have just played his last game in Calgary after a 4-2 win over the New York Islanders, as there's a huge chance he gets traded. The frontrunners for that trade are the Boston Bruins and the Vegas Golden Knights. Me personally, I'd rather him go to the Vegas Golden Knights than the Boston Bruins, because the Bruins are actually looking pretty good. They're playing the best hockey of the season. And the Golden Knight, I know if he goes to Golden Knight, honestly, I hope he just doesn't go to any of these teams and just goes to a different team, because if he goes to the Bruins, they're just going to get better and they're going to maybe start dominating the league. And if he goes to the Golden Knights, then the Golden Knights are going to get yet another player, and it's going to be so dumb, because they always get players. They always get every single. It's like the Los Angeles Lakers. Whenever there's a good player that's about to get traded or is in free agency, they always think, "Oh, we're gonna get him. And what happens? And unlike the Lakers, they actually do get those players. It's so dumb. Next up, the Hurricanes. Andrei Svechnikov with a big hat trick in the 4-1 Hurricanes victory at the Prudential Center against the Devils. So it's good for him. The Devils continue to struggle. Their goaltending is still the issue, and the Hurricanes stay at the top of the Metropolitan Division. Next up, we have the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights are on a 7-game winning streak with a 7-2 win against the Nashville Predators. And I believe they are currently the hottest team in the NHL. We'll get to why that is in like 2 minutes. Next up, we have the Blue Jackets. Ever since the Blue Jackets fired their head coach, they are on a 4-game winning streak, and they're only 4 points behind Pittsburgh for third in the Metropolitan Division after their win against the Penguins in a shootout. So the Blue Jackets may be making a comeback. I'm not scared of the Blue Jackets. They just always play the Penguins tough, but maybe we see a comeback. Coach firings always bring teams into better places most of the time, and it's happening right now. Now we get to why the Golden Knights are the hottest team in the league right now. The Tampa Bay Lightning 11-game winning streak has come to an end thanks to the St. Louis Blues. Yes, the St. Louis Blues were the team that ended the 11-game winning streak for Tampa Bay. It happened in a shootout, and the Blues defeated the Lightning at the Enterprise Center. So, yep, the Blues were the team that ended the Lightning winning streak. The Blues, out of all teams. Next up, we have the Flyers. The Flyers fans were booing their own team after their abysmal power play and terrible second period. As they lose to the Rangers, their goaltending is absolutely abysmal. This is back-to-back 6-3 losses, as they lost to the Penguins 6-3 not too long ago. They let Mika Zibanejad get a hat trick. We'll get to that in a second. And Artemi Panarin to get 2 goals. Alexei Kolosov went 0 for 3 on 3 shots. Made 0 saves, got the boot, and Lucina Eriksson allowed 3 more goals. Flyers they're just not looking good right now. 5-game losing streak for the Flyers. Next up, we have the Rangers. The Rangers beat the Flyers 6-3. But the bigger news is that the Rangers, as of right now, will not be re-signing Artemi Panarin, and their team wrote a letter to the fans saying they're going to retool, which basically means they're giving up on the season, as Igor Shesterkin is still injured. But speaking of Panarin, he actually had 2 goals and 3 points in the 6-3 win over the Flyers, and Mika Zibanejad, like I said, had a hat trick, and he now has the most points against the Flyers since 2019-20, passing Sidney Crosby, as he has 41, Crosby has 40. Next up, not hockey related, but the Oklahoma City Thunder lose to the Miami Heat, which means they are now 35-8, which means the Thunder are 2 losses away from not being the Warriors' 73-9 record. And people compared this team to the 2016 Warriors, which is just funny to me. Even the 2017 Warriors are better. Okay. This is actually the last non-hockey one. The Seattle Seahawks absolutely bullied the San Francisco 49ers with a 41-6 victory, and the Seahawks scored more points in the playoffs than the Steelers in 15 seconds. Anyways, we're moving on. Jonathan Taze of the Winnipeg Jets returning to Chicago today as the Jets take on the Blackhawks. This will be a very emotional experience for him. It's going to be a good game. Great news for the Florida Panthers as Brad Marchand and Matthew Tkachuk will be back very soon. So maybe they'll come back into a playoff spot with this huge boost. And last NHL news, Mira Haskin will be returning today against the Tampa Bay Lightning, which will be a good news for this struggling Dallas Stars team. And it will help their defense really, really good. Next up, Pittsburgh Penguins pregame analysis as the Pittsburgh Penguins take on the Seattle Kraken on Monday. Both these teams lost yesterday as the Pittsburgh Penguins lost 4-3 in a shootout at home versus Columbus, and the Kraken lost 6-3 against the Utah Mammoth in Utah. Here is my pregame analysis. I think this will be an easy win for the Penguins as the Kraken are only in the playoffs right now because they play in the worst division in the hockey. While the Penguins have been great most of the time in their last couple of games, and the Kraken got demolished by Utah, so I think the Penguins should win easily at Climate Pledge Arena. Also, did I mention the Kraken have the worst penalty kill in the league? Penguins will still not have Erik Karlsson, but luckily for the Penguins, the Kraken have basically no offensive talent, and their best player is Matty Beniers or Jordan Eberle. I'll take the Penguins with a 4-0 win, and Stuart Skinner will get his first shutout in the black and gold if he plays. Here's Gamer's pregame analysis. This game is a must-win for the Pens. If the other teams win and the Pens lose out, they will fall out of the playoffs. But they realistically should win against the Seattle Kraken, as the Kraken have lost 3 in a row. The Kraken also have the worst penalty kill in the league, so we need to capitalize on our power plays. Hopefully our fourth and first line stay hot to provide us some goals. Also, I just realized this, but the Kraken are 20th in the league on taking penalties, so hopefully most of our goals come off the power play. I expect them to score 1 or 2 goals, as the Kraken are 25th in the league in goals per game. Our expected goaltender is Skinner. Here are our top 10 power rankings. We're going to be doing this every Saturday, but today's Sunday, but we're doing this every Saturday. Here's Gamer's power rankings. And number 1, he has the Colorado Avalanche. At number 2, he has the Tampa Bay Lightning. At number 3, he has the Carolina Hurricanes. At number 4, he has the Vegas Golden Knights. At number 5, he has the Montreal Canadiens. At number 6, he has the Buffalo Sabres. At number 7, he has the Detroit Red Wings. At number 8, he has the Edmonton Oilers. At number 9, he has the New York Islanders. At number 10, he has the Minnesota Wild. And here are Jace's power rankings. For me, I have the Avalanche at 1 and the Lightning at 2, just like Gamer. I have the Golden Knights at 3, the Red Wings at 4, the Canadiens at 5, the Hurricanes at 6, and then I actually have the Mammoth at 7, as they're red hot in their last 10 games. Same with the Sharks. They have 7 wins in their last 10 games. That's why I put them at 8. Then I have at number 9, I have the Wild, and I have at 10 the Pittsburgh Penguins. But they could be out of this top. They could move up in the top 10 with a win over the Kraken. But they can all, if the Penguins lose to the Kraken and the Flames, then they're gonna be off this top 10 list right now. I'll just say it right now. Now, last but not least, here are our tomorrow game predictions. Here's Gamer's predictions. He has the Sabres defeating the Hurricanes in overtime. And then he has the Avalanche beating the Capitals 6-3, Penguins beating the Kraken 3-0, the Panthers beating the Sharks 3-2, the Wild beating the Maple Leafs 6-5, the Knights beating the Flyers 5-2, the Jets beating the Blackhawks 4-1, the Flames beating the Devils 2-1, the Islanders beating the Canucks 5-0, and the Ducks beating the Rangers 3-2. Now here are my predictions. I have the Hurricanes defeating the Sabres 2-1, the Avalanche beating the Capitals 5-0, like I said, Penguins 4-0 over the Kraken, the Sharks 3-2 overtime win over the Panthers. The Maple Leafs actually I have the Maple Leafs upsetting the Wild 4-1. Then I have the Golden Knights beating the Flyers 3-0. I have the Jets getting a 1-0 win over the Blackhawks. And I have Jonathan Taze scoring that goal. And then I have the Devils finally winning a game 3-2 in a shootout against the Flames. I have the Islanders demolishing the Canucks 6-0. And then I have the Ducks beating the Rangers 4-2 at the Honda Center. So those are our predictions. Those are our power rankings. That was our pregame analysis as the Penguins take on the Kraken at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And then those are your NHL news. We will be back tomorrow for our Penguins game analysis after the Penguins Kraken game. And then so here are our schedules. So here's the schedule. So on Monday, we'll be back for the after game analysis in the Penguins Kraken game. Then, I believe the next Penguins game is Wednesday, and then they play again Thursday. So that means on Wednesday and Thursday, we'll have Penguins after game analysis for both of those games. And then on Friday, we'll have our playoff predictions, and then on Saturday, I believe the Penguins play, we'll do after game analysis, and then we'll do NHL news and power rankings, and then maybe even do some NFL, maybe some NBA. Who knows? Maybe we'll give MLB predictions. Who knows? At least that'll be it. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back on Monday. Peace out.